Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining me now, Trent, Stewart, world champion auctioneer, and we're going to have to add a little bit more to that title now when I introduce you. Give us a little insight on your new title here with Superior.
Well, I'm going to take a little bit more time to do some more work in the Northwest, predominantly in Region 1, mostly customer relations, just between buyers and sellers, and just connecting the dots and doing a little bit more work with Superior Productions and the purebred world of Superior Livestock, and helping them communicate and provide customer service with their clients all over the United States.
Talk about connecting the dots there. You get to sell a lot of cattle on the seed stock side, and you get to sell a lot of cattle on the commercial side. So how do you bring that full circle and the power of these purebred genetics behind these commercial cattle that we're going to be seeing here over the summer, especially at these special summer sales?
Yeah. Well, we're a very family-oriented business, and so it's generations of hard work. And the genetics that they procure today are going to be involved in their programs for decades to come. So I think it's very, very important. It's fulfilling for me to be there when they choose their genetics, but then to know the kind of genetics that they've invested in, and knowing the background of the ranch when we go to sell their calves or their yearlings is super important. And I think for customers, it's a sense of security as well, that whoever's behind that mic has their back, has taken time to study the history of the cattle. Like I said, this is a very family-oriented business, and the buyers take a lot of credence in what I'm having to offer because they're so busy. If I can consolidate their life story in the minute that we have to produce that one paycheck a year, it's super important.
You talk a little bit about the history of cattle. You've probably seen a little bit of this business now. You're seasoned in the business. What is something I'm saying you're seasoned and you're experienced and you've got wisdom in the business, and there's something we can all learn from that. What's something you think this next generation really needs to consider about the past that we can bring into the future?
Oh, I would say just follow your roots, take as much guidance as you can from your forefathers, but be progressive at the same time, because everything's changing very, very fast right now, and there's great science behind cattle, but do what works on your ranches too. I mean, your father, your mother, and your grandparents, and I mean, they figured out what worked and what didn't work. So take what they had to offer and then tweak it a little bit, follow genetics, and then be real progressive with your marketing and do it with Superior Livestock.
Absolutely. Well, I don't want to take away from the southern cattle we're going to be selling here today, but since you are working, out in the western region, I do want to ask you, especially the calves that are going to be on these summer sales, what are some wonderful traits about these western cattle people should take advantage of?
On the western cattle, there's just a lot of genetics that are in the West, and they're heavier hided cattle. They've got a lot of hair on them, and most of the cattle that are born in the United States are born in the spring of the year, and they get fed in the winter months. And since geographically there's a lot of our nation that feeds cattle to finish is in the wintertime, they've got to have all that hair on them, and so there's just a lot of genetics up there, and they're acclimated, just like the cattle we're going to sell today are acclimated to heat. Absolutely. And they can handle some weather and getting fat in the middle of summer.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Trent. Looking forward to having you a bigger title here on Superior. You've always been a part of the Superior team, but now you've got more of a title. Thank you for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We have got more Superior Sunrise up next.